Ladies and gentlemen, the show is about to start in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We'll be diving in to yesterday's press conference with Tom Telesco and AP. Stay tuned after the intro.
The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
Top of the morning, Raider Nation. Happy Thursday. Yes, indeed. It's another episode of Raiders Sunrise Live with Lunatik Raider, man. Thank y'all for pulling up, man. We're going to dive in to yesterday's press conference that was the debut of Mr. Tom Telesco and AP. You already know Antonio Pierce, man, as now the official head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders, man. We got a new GM. There's other little rumors and signings going on out there, floating around, dealing with the staff. So we're adding, there's been 2 coaches added to the secondary for the DBs as well as the safeties. We're going to get into that as well. And update on Cliff Kingsbury. So stay tuned as we dive into this. But today we're going to go into the press conference. I picked out a little bits and pieces as far as some of the things that they were addressing that I thought was very interesting to give us an inside glimpse of exactly how they're going to approach putting the right coordinators and coaches in the right positions for this team, man. So we got a good show for y'all this morning. Thank y'all for pulling up. Salute to everybody out there, man. Let me go ahead and dive into the chat one time, man, with no condom on. You feel me? Yes, indeed. Let me see. Let me scroll. I'm way behind, too. Y'all in here active for real. Frontlining it. You feel me? Shout out to Mike G in the building, man. Salute to you. Top of the morning, man. Thank you for being here. Dark in the building, man. Salute to you. Thank you for pulling up, man. For real. Let me see. Oh, that's right. Let me see. Who else we got up in this? B.I.H. Tom DeLeon. Salute to you, my brother. Thanks for pulling up. It's a pleasure to have you here. Raider Paul in the building. Raiders. You already know, all day, every day. All day, every day. You feel me? Robert Pena in the building, man. Salute to you. Thank you for pulling up, man. It's a pleasure to have you here. Let me see who else we got. Alex S in the building, man. Salute, brother. Top of the AM. For real, man. Holly, my sis. What's up, Holly? Hope everything is all well. You already, Holly, you always put them beer emojis up. You already know. I get off work. I'm ready to hit it. You feel me? I'm ready to go to the club and shit. In my Raider jersey. Yes, indeed. Let's see. John Raider, my dude, man. Top of the morning. It all points at Zach Robinson for OC. Don't you jump that gun, buddy. Wait till you hear the news I got for you. Don't jump on Zach Robinson just yet. Hold your horses. Just hold your horses, bro. We gonna get into it. Just got some good information dropped on me this morning too. I've been staying. Hey, I keep up to date, bro. I got all the latest news for y'all. At least most of it. Eugene Powell writing the kisser, man. Salute to you. Thank you for pulling up, man. It's good to have you here. Yes, indeed. Tanner Jack, what is the deal? QB raw coach. Oh, AP is a raw coach. Shit, that's all it takes sometimes. You know what I mean? I don't now. You know what? I was gonna use an analogy, but I'm gonna stay away from that analogy, even though it's true. But I don't want to go down historical roads and bring up some old bad shit with those people that have those type of the rah-rah about them. Rah-rah leaders lead. You feel me? That most of your presidents is gonna be rah-rah type dudes. That you got to be likable. You try to get as many votes as possible. So you got to be a rah-rah type president. You feel me? It doesn't have anything to do with X's and O's. How you think Trump was president? He never been president before. He's not in politics, but he's a rah-rah dude. You feel me? So, hey, that shit works. Hitler, too. I brought it up. Fuck it. Hitler was the same way. You think Hitler was going to ever pull a gun and go out in battle? Fuck no. He was a rah-rah dude. Very charismatic. A lot of people, that's what how he drew people to him. Like I said, that rah-rah shit works, bro. That's what leads everything. You know what I mean? If you can motivate a man that can do what you can't, that's all it takes. Yes, indeed. Robert Pena in the building. Salute. Let me see. Shit, you say those coaches don't last? Everybody sure loved John Madden. He was a rah-rah coach. You know what I mean? He was a rah-rah coach. But then again, you got coaches as rah-rah, but they're former players. Former players know players better than those who never played the sport. John Madden played the sport. You know what I mean? We go look through the list. You know what I mean? Wait till you hear these. You say they never last. I don't understand how you think that's even possible, because most of your coaches are former players. Now, they might not have been elite as others, but these guys can play. Even old Walrus boy with Kansas City. You ain't never seen the footage when he was a kid playing football and he was bigger than everybody else in the punt. What was it? Punt pass and whatever the hell it was. What about what's the name with Pittsburgh? He played. He may not have been as elite as others, but he played football. Facts. You feel me? Some of these guys got college careers. Some went pro and didn't pan out. That's the nature of the beast. Don't mean you can't lead men. Like I said, every leader that you know of, I guarantee you, majority of them, they motivate people. That's all it takes, bro, to be motivated. Let me see who else we got up in here. See, here we go. See, this is what I be tripping off of. Why is people pissed off that the Chargers got fucking Jim Harbaugh? But you really wanted him? But you knew after we got AP that he wasn't coming here, right? So what you are we fearing? Is there fear in your heart that the Chargers got Harbaugh? That's what it seems like to me. When people say they're mad because the Chargers got him, it's like there's fear in their eyes. Now, are you fearful? You scared? You can go to church on Sundays if you scared. You feel me? I thought the mentality of the Raiders is we don't give a fuck who your coach is. We still gonna beat your ass. You think we were scared of Andy Reid? Sean Payton, we were scared of them when we played them? I mean, come on, bro. That's like a statement that sounds like some cur type shit. For those who don't know, curs are the dogs in a litter that are very fearful and cowardly. That's a cur. And that's what some of these fans act like, curs. Straight curs. That sounds like some fear. I'm not mad Chargers got Jim Harbaugh. Fuck Jim Harbaugh. Fuck the Chargers. Motherfucker ain't scared of your bitch ass. Shit, you still gotta play us. You still gotta lace up your motherfucking shoes, get out there on the field, and you gotta play us. You should be fearful of us. You seen that 63 we threw up. Oh, well, they quit on their team. Well, I know other players that quit on their team either and still didn't give up 63 points. So, you know what I mean? Put that in your Bible. In the blank pages part in the back. Eugene Powell, Holly. Give a fuck about Andy. See, that sound like, hey, Tanner Jack, I ain't dissing you, bro, but that sound like some cowardly talk. That's what cowards do. Cowards are fearful of taking a fade. You know what I mean? We Raiders. We come from the land of taking fades, getting DP when you're in the wrong. That's the land where the Raiders come from. All this talk about, oh, we gotta play Andy. Fuck Andy Reid. Fuck Harbaugh. Shit. Fuck Sean Payton. I wonder if them motherfuckers sit in their office thinking about, damn, we gotta face fucking AP the way he got them motherfuckers playing. You see the way and we slapped them all in their mouth the end of the season. Everybody in the division we slapped the shit out of. They should be worried. Now you add a GM that knows how to evaluate talent, and then he can take those players and hand them off to AP where he's going to motivate them and get the best out of them. They should be scared as fuck. The league should be on notice because I know they're praying that we don't find a quarterback. I know they are. Please, Lord, don't let the Raiders find a quarterback. Please let them stick with AOC. Please, and don't let them fix the offensive line. I know they praying. Motherfucker, man, fuck all that cowardly shit, bro. I don't know. That's not me. I ain't cut from that shit. You see us finishing third. Where did we finish this year? In the middle of the season, we fired the coach, GM, offensive coordinator, and changed quarterbacks from a veteran that wasn't producing to a fourth round rookie. Where did we finish? Was that third? We were third in the division? Oh no, we were second. Oh, behind the team that we beat on Christmas. Bruh, I don't know who you are, bruh. I'm not, like I said, I ain't dissing because everybody's entitled to their opinion, but that's like some quitter type mentality. Being fearful, no positive thinking. That's like some low vibration type shit. You feel me? But hey, you entitled to that, bruh. You said we hired a horrible GM, bruh. You know what? I'm not even gonna acknowledge you, bruh. You could be in the chat by yourself. You feel me? Floyd R. Felix, what's the deal, man? Good morning to you. Top of the morning, man. For real, for real. No, Zach Robinson. Hey, Ja. That's why they remember. I don't know if anybody's seen my short I put out there, but like I said, I don't care if we interview 100 candidates for OC. You got to leave no rock unturned to find that right one. That's all it is. But we're gonna dive into it. I'm breaking down the press conference, speaking on the OC, and as well, I got some news about potential, some more more information about some defensive coordinators that we signed as well, and position coaches. You said you tired of fucking losing. You sounded like a loser. That's like an oxymoron. Hey, never mind. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it moving, bro. I don't want to get out of character, dog. I don't want nobody to be, you know what I mean, feel a certain type of way. I'm just not good with negative attitude. Sebastian Gonzalez, what's the deal? You said AP times Tom or shit. It's crazy how a lot of non GMs can have an opinion. Well, they can have an opinion, but nothing factual on a motherfucking. Tony Shefford in the building, man. Salute to you, brother. Willie Wayne in the building, man. Salute. Top of the morning, man. Thank you for pulling up. Of course, my guy Mike G, man. Yes, indeed. Yeah. Let me see. Who else we got up in here, Ray? Tiptoeing through the tulips. You feel me? Yes, John Madden was a linebacker coach that got brought up to head coach. Yeah. He got a Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Like I said, I think this kind of move is more, to me though, is more mirroring Art Shell back in 1989. I brought that up because in 89, he was an interim when Al Davis fired Mike Shanahan. You know, so when Mike Shanahan got the boot with a losing record, Art Shell came in, finished with a winning record. I think he went 7-4. As interim, was named head coach in the following year in 1990, where he took the team to 12-4 and to the AFC Championship against the Buffalo Bills, where we got our ass whooped. But you know what I mean? At that time, we threw like hella I think 5 or 6 interceptions that game. It was just all bad. But he got us to the AFC Championship. Now, if anybody sits there and say, well, that's not good enough, we didn't make it, you know what I mean? If you can't I don't give credit to a team for just getting there. That's not good enough. And since I don't, that's why I'm not really a big fan of Harbaugh, because Harbaugh lost every big game in the NFL as a coach he ever been in. He lost 2 NFC championships and he lost in the Super Bowl. So to me, that's indicative of being someone who can't win the big one. That's what they say, right? Don't they put that title on quarterbacks that just? What about Jim Kelly with the Buffalo Bills? 4 straight Super Bowl losses. They said he couldn't win the big one. That was his Achilles heel. You can't win the big one. Well, that's Harbaugh. He can't win the big one. Everybody's all excited because he won the national championship, but they don't want to go back and look at the history of the 9 years at Michigan where he lost 6 fucking bowl games consecutively and missed out on a bowl appearance the year before this year. Go look it up. Go look at his bowl record. 9 years at Michigan, he won he went to the bowl game his first year and won it, then lost all the rest, and then won recently. He has more losses than wins. Now everybody, he's won everywhere he went. What, in the regular season? So he's basically, if the Dallas Cowboys was a person, it would be Jim Harbaugh. If the Dallas Cowboys was a person, it would be Jim Harbaugh. You better, hey, check out your stats. Check out your stats, bruh. I'm coming with it. Coming with it. If the Dallas Cowboys was a person, it'll be Jim Harbaugh. You feel me? All right, y'all. We got everybody saluted, man. Hey, salute to the nation, man. There's only one nation. That's the motherfucking fracking Raider Nation, bruh. Hey, salute to the chat, man. If this is your first time here, please do me a solid. Do me a solid. It don't cost no money. I promise. And you don't have to sleep with no ugly people. All you got to do, subscribe to the channel. Smash that like, man. See that thumb? Break that shit. You look like I broke it, huh? I never broke anything in my life. Knock on wood. But, you know what I mean? Do that for me. Leave a comment, share the video, hit that notification bell as well while you're up there hanging around in the thin air. I appreciate y'all, man, for real, for real. So with that being said, man, salute to the world's most dangerous chat, man. It's only one nation, the Raider Nation, man. Hey, salute. Make my nipples hard. All right. I appreciate you. We got a new subscriber, Frank PSR1. Salute to you, brother. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. I really appreciate it. We're working our way to 2,000. And like I said, once again, once we hit 2,000, I will be doing 2 Raider jersey giveaways to 2 lucky subscribers of the channel. So, hey, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to subscribe to the channel. Man, become a member if you want to do that as well. But once we get to 2,000, there's going to be 2 jerseys given away, and you can select yourself whether you want it to be a home or away, name and number. Whatever you want, Lunatik got you on everything. You feel me? All right, so let's dive into this real quick, man. We're going to dive into the press conference. There was like a few key statements that I got from it. Before I do that, though, I want to take a look at Tom's draft history. And he's known for hitting on his first round picks, where we're the opposite, where we miss on the first round picks. So before we dive into the press conference, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the notable draft picks that this guy has made while working for the Los Angeles Chargers. slash San Diego, because he was there as well for 10 years. You see in 2013, wide receiver Keenan Allen was drafted round 3. Cornerback in 2014, cornerback Jason Verrett in round 1. 2015, running back Melvin Gordon in round 1. 2015 as well. So 2015, he pulled 2 rabbits out of a hat. You feel me? With the running back and then linebacker Denzel Perryman, which we've known that suited up in the silver and black as well as being very productive. So that was a good pick out as well in round 2. 2016 defensive end Joey Bosa. The only knock on Joey Bosa is just injuries. You know what I mean? So that was round 1 as well. 2016, that same year, he got Hunter Henry, the tight end, in round 2. So I'm noticing a trend. He's good for knocking it out the park with 2 picks. The first and second rounds are his best. He got a couple third rounders, but most part, first and second rounders is what he's been hitting on. 2017 wide receiver Mike Williams in round 1. 2018 safety Derwin James, round 1, which John Gruden stated that Derwin James was who he wanted when he was with us, and he didn't get him. I guess he got the way he was throwing GMs and shit under the bus. He put the blame on the GM, like, well, I wanted Derwin James. I remember when he said that shit. 2020 cornerback Justin Herbert out of Oregon. Yes, indeed, round 1. That was a good selection. Dude is very skill set at quarterback, and they're set for years to come. Jim Harbaugh now is his coach, so now Herbert is going to melt under pressure, and the hot assy breath of Jim Harbaugh yelling in his face. In 2021, offensive tackle was Rashawn Slater in round 1, and then 2001, also that same draft, cornerback Asante Samuel in round 2. So he has good notables in first and second round picks. Hopefully he can come here and duplicate that with us. But the very good thing, here's the thing though. Yes, he is the GM. But see, do not forget, Champ Kelly is still the assistant GM. So it's not going to be, Tom is going to make the last decision. When it comes to personnel, it's going to run through him, and you know what I mean? But at least there's other people in the building that can go ahead and brainstorm and bounce things off of them and give their opinion as far as, I don't know about this player. You feel me? AP, like they've been saying, this is AP's team. But Tom is going to be making the last decision when it comes to personnel decision making. So they just got to work. We're going to get into it though. They talked about that as well at the press conference. We're about to jump into this right now. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for pulling up. We're going to dive into this press conference and break down some things that I pulled away from it. So let's start off with Tom Telesco talking about AP.
You know, I'm really excited to partner with AP right here. You know, you can tell in the interview, right? It was really my interview, but you could tell like he has that leadership trait that a head coach has to have. And it's really, to me, it feels more like, you know, not so much follow me, but join me, which I like in football, because he's right in it with the rest of us. And I think, you know, your football team takes on the identity of your head coach. And that's what we're going to have here. That's what we're going to build around. I'm excited to start this partnership, and couldn't be more excited to be a Raider.
And he makes a good point on that. You know what I mean? Your team does mirror your head coach, and we know what kind of person AP is. Matter of fact, we're going to get to the part where Telesco also talks about how he broke down AP as a player, and just he can see everything that AP brings to the table as a coach is things that he had along the way as a player developing in the NFL and busting his ass to be undrafted, to work his way up to be the starter and one of the main focal points on the defense of the Giants and Super Bowl winning at that. You feel me? So yeah, there's a lot to it. So that's that. We'll get to the part where he breaks down AP, but right now we're just gonna move along. Here's AP's introduction speech as far as him addressing the media.
I'm humbled. I'm honored. I'm excited. The challenge that this team took on from November 1st on, and what they embraced and what they displayed out on the field, is hats off to our organization and our coaches and our players for buying in. It wasn't easy. It was something that probably many people didn't think would happen, as you say, overnight. But when you have good people in the building, when you have the belief, you have the trust, you have the accountability, you earn respect, you do it the Raider way, you buy in, you understand that nobody's bigger than the shield and the patch, and that you play for a lot more than just the name on your back.
And that's real shit. You're not bigger than the shield or the patch, and especially that name on the back of your jersey. You're a Raider. And it's all about one. Like I always tell you guys, the machine as a whole is greater than the sum of its parts. And we've seen that with the defense this year. When the defense start playing as one, look how they looked. How they flowed, how the helmets got around the ball, causing turnovers, stripping the ball, intercepting the ball, picking up the ball and scoring. They worked as a complete unit of 11. You feel me? And that's exactly the same mentality and ideology that we have to approach the offense and get the right offensive coordinator to bring that same style of play. Very aggressive, ill intent. You remember, like he said, ill intent. I love that. I love that. Ill intent. Our intent is to be fucking damaging, detrimental to anybody facing us. I don't give a fuck who your coach is. I don't care who your quarterback is. I don't care what arena you play in and what your fan base look like that day. Fuck all y'all. Fuck all y'all. We don't give a damn. Don't care who your coach is. Don't care if it's Jim Harbaugh. Don't care if it's Andy Reid. Don't care if it's Sean Payton. We don't care. So all you fans out there that's trembling in your boots, scared of the fact of going up against good competition, man, go root for that team. Go get you a Jim Harbaugh Charger jersey. Go get you an Andy Reid Kansas City jersey. Hell, some of you motherfuckers already got a New Orleans Saints Derek Carr jersey. Shit, so that just tells me you're not 100% with this nation movement. And if you're not with the movement, then move the fuck out the way. Move out the way so us real fans can go ahead and get down with the get down and support this team. Because once we get to the part where I know we have an action of going, and that's the Super Bowl to win that Lombardi, and they host that motherfucker up in the air, and all of Raider Nation goes crazy, I better not hear a motherfucking peep out of you. You sit your little bitch ass down with your penis tucked and sit there and watch us celebrate the motherfuckers that roll with this team during the bad times and the good times. Over there worried about fucking Jim Harbaugh. Eat a dick. Motherfucker, I ain't never seen so many cowards in my life. Straight fucking cowards. Scared to go out there on the field and lace them up and nigga beat us. That's exactly what AP got into it with Josh McDaniels over. He told that man in that meeting, or not just him, the team, that the mentality this team needs to have is the mentality we can beat anybody. It don't matter who's coaching them. We can beat anybody. That's the mentality he said he approached the New England Patriots that Super Bowl 2006. They were trying to go undefeated. You had one of the best quarterbacks ever going, connected with one of the best receivers ever in Randy Moss. And guess what happened? The one game they needed to be undefeated since the 72 Dolphins, they lost to a team that believed they could beat them. So if you worried about Jim McMahon over there in LA, the Charger team that never won a ring, that's sleeping on the Rams couch, you worried about that shit? Go get you a Charger jersey. Go root for them. Oh, I'm pissed he went over there. I don't give a fuck who they coach is. Give a fuck. Y'all motherfuckers sitting there trembling, biting your nails and shit. What kind of fucking nation does... We ain't built like that. We don't give a fuck about these motherfuckers, man. But y'all niggas is out here trembling, scared, pissing yourself, shitting yourself, worried about what coach a team in our division got. Them motherfuckers need to worry about who our coach is and how he motivates our team. Be worried about that shit. Be worried about when you see a whole team come out in motherfucking black Air Force One cleats. Be worried about that shit, because that means the same mentality that AP got is out there on the field slapping the shit out you. Now, with that being said, let's continue, shall we? Fuck a Jim Harbaugh and a Andy Reid. Eat a dick. We beat, man, fuck them. Y'all motherfuckers, y'all pathetic. Y'all motherfuckers bleed once a month. Got a full beard and bleeding once a month. That's why your estrogen levels is way too high, bruh. You might need to go get that shit checked. Get that shit checked before you start growing breast and your voice starts getting high pitched. Now let's continue. Now this is Tom. This is Tom. This is Tom talking about his approach on building the roster. Let's continue.
Tom, how would you describe your roster building philosophy? And then on a kind of a second part of that, how do you go about involving the head coach, in that process and making sure that they're consulted along the way?
Yeah. It's not, I wouldn't even use the word consulted. I mean, when I said partnership, it's a partnership. So obviously there's a lot of people that are part of the process. You got a scouting staff and a coaching staff. You kind of bring it all together in the end and make decisions. But, as far as building the roster, you're working through the vision of the head coach. How does he want to play on offense? How does he want to play on defense? How does he want to play on special teams? And you build it that way. And there's a lot of discussions. You work through things. We're going to be able to bounce ideas off each other. As far as roster construction, there's no one specific way to build a team. I do believe in the draft, and that's always, everybody always says that anyways, but I do believe in the draft. But you also have to supplement that with free agency. You have to supplement that with trades. You have to supplement that with signing players that maybe are out of work or on the street looking for jobs and think they can come in and fit. You have to use every possible avenue you can under the constraints of the salary cap, which is basically every move you make, even a draft pick, there's always cap considerations that we have to work through. But I think in this day and age, in this league, you better be flexible with how you build your team. It's because it's so competitive, and we all really have the same resource when it comes to money in the cap. So, like I said, it's a partnership for a reason, because it's not a one-person job, and I don't have all the answers. So we're going to use all these people that we have, scouts, coaches, and head coach, and we're going to make the right decision for the Raiders.
That's right. You got to approach it at every angle. The way you construct a roster, there's the draft, free agency, as well as those who's been out there. Give them if you find somebody out there you feel can fit what you're trying to do, give them opportunity. Like I said, leave no stone unturned. I'll be mad as shit if the Raiders didn't look everywhere for what we need and what we want for this roster, because that tells me you didn't go out your way to try to make this team better. You didn't go out your way, because that rock over there you didn't lift up and look under. That rock over there you didn't lift up and look under. So you didn't exhaust all that you had at your disposal to find us the quality talent we need to get us to be in that franchise that gets into the playoffs and causes motherfuckers to worry. You feel me? But they saying that's the way they're approaching it. I like that. I like the fact that there's different ways, and that's facts. There's different ways to build a roster. You could build it through the draft. Now, some may say there's a rule of thumb of how to build a roster, but the fact of the matter is there's different ways of doing it. Some people go make trades. Look at the Niners making trades, McCaffrey, and they're going out there getting free agents off the market from Philadelphia and shit, adding to the roster. You know what I mean? I understand that. Baltimore too. You know what I mean? They go out there and that's why they're the two teams that's out of the four that's still standing, because they exhausted every avenue of finding talent to make their teams better. And we're seeing it. We're seeing it. You look at the Detroit Lions. They did it through the draft. They went through the draft and got their players and built their team to put them in the NFC Championship. You know what I mean? Kansas City, same thing. They go through the draft. They're not a big free agency splash type team. They go through the draft quality players that fit what they're trying to do. And that's exactly what we need to do. Exactly what we need to do. And then on top of that, you need to have the coordinators to coach these guys up so they can reach their potential. That's it. That's it. So it's not rocket science, but there's different ways of different angles to approach it. Therefore, you would call it a geometry construction. You're constructing your team at different angles. Right angle, you know what I mean? A truce, you know what I mean? All that shit. 45 degrees, you know what I mean? Right angles, you know what I mean? It's all kind of different angles to approach this shit, but make sure that you tap in to every angle. That's all I'm saying. Tap into every, because you might overlook this way of doing it, and you might miss a diamond in the rough. And you get those. We look at Max Crosby. Max Crosby wasn't a first round pick. He wasn't a second round pick. He wasn't a third round pick. But to me, in our eyes as the nation, he's the most dominating, game affecting defensive end out there. Pressures, sacks, all that shit. So it's like, you'll find him. Now we're seeing Malcolm Kuntz. Was he a first round pick? Came out of the same college as Khalil Mack. You know what I mean? And there's other things. And like you said, there's other ways of do not be surprised. I'm going to say this shit. Y'all, I don't know if some of y'all agree with it, but I'm going to tell y'all, do not be surprised if you see number 52 back in the fold. Now that the guy who made the trade for him is here and he's a free agent, you know what? Don't you be surprised. You feel me? We know he's a producer, and it would be good. And generally, you get guys at the end of their career to finish it where they started, i.e. Charles Woodson. It happens. To be able to come back to where it all started, you know what I mean? The guys that were here when he was here that he might have bumped heads with are gone. Coach and GM. It's a whole new thing right now, bruh. Like I said, do not be surprised. I suggest everybody to do homework. Here's your homework assignment tonight, you guys. Look, I'm sounding like a motherfucking teacher. Here's your mother. I'll be a hood teacher, though. Here's your motherfucking assignment for tonight, y'all motherfuckers. Look, I want y'all to go ahead, go through the Chargers roster and write down everybody who's going to be a free agent this right now. You feel me? Write down everybody who's going to be a free agent, and then look at those names and positions and look at their stats if you need to see how their production is. And then I want you to, out of that group, separate the ones that you don't want to be Raiders because of lack of production or don't fit what we're doing, and then put the guys that you feel can fit what we're doing and make us better, because I'm telling you, we got inside track right now. Whatever free agents is coming out of, I was getting ready to say San Diego, coming out of the Chargers, we got action at them. And the Harbaugh, I guarantee you, a lot of these players is going to look at Harbaugh and look at AP, and I promise you, I guarantee you, majority is picking AP, because that's already what the echo is in the league already. You know how many fucking players want to come to the Raiders because of AP? Do you know? Oh, bruh. Watch this shit. Watch this shit. Watch the names that pop up. There has been no one to say they do not want to play for AP. I'm just going to say that. But just watch this shit unfold. Watch what I tell you. He's one of those charismatic, as some would say, rah-rah type of coach that draws attention. And not just negative. It's not negative attention, positive. Because there's people that want to play for him because they know if I come play for AP, he's going to be fair. He ain't going to sugarcoat shit. And he's going to give me an opportunity. He's going to give me an opportunity. And that's all I ask for. Give me an opportunity. Let me earn my spot on this roster. Just like because what I just said before the show, I said it's a mirror image. This team has to be a mirror image of the coach. Tom said the same thing, a mirror image. And they said the way the mentality of AP is, don't give me the coaching position. Let me earn it. He said that shit. Don't give me the coaching job. Let me earn it. And that's exactly what these players that's coming from other teams as free agents, they're going to come here and they're going to want that same thing. Just give me an opportunity. Don't give me a starting job. Let me earn it. Let me earn it. Let me earn my way onto this roster. I want to play for y'all. Motherfuckers see us in the locker room with cigars and how tight-knit this group is. And everybody that ever played any kind of organized sport wants that fucking environment. You want that close-knit brotherhood environment. Ain't nothing like it. Some of y'all may not even ever play sports in your life. That's why I laugh about how you have a fucking opinion about football and you never played it. But hey, that's neither here or there. But to have that feeling, bruh, just like when I was in high school. See, high school, because you with these cats. In college, probably the same way. I didn't go to college. I didn't play in college. You know what I mean? I played the streets, and that was the wrong choice. But I wish I would have seen what could have happened out of that. You know what I mean? Now, my younger brother was a fucking beast. He had Nebraska, BYU, Michigan, Portland State. He had schools at him. You feel me? As a freshman, they were sending him letters in the mail. So I've been around. My cousin played with the Dolphins, running back out of Utah State, first out of Oakland, California. You know what I mean? Worked his way from a 2-year and then got into Utah State to go on to the Dolphins. Now, he didn't stick with them back in the 80s. You know what I mean? Because their team was loaded in the 80s, bruh. That Dolphins team was loaded. But he was there. You know what I mean? So, man, it's just that to be in that kind of environment, to have your brothers with you and y'all go out there on that field every time. Man, I remember we had so much fun playing football. You know what I mean? You miss that camaraderie. You miss that relationships that you develop with guys that in any other walk of life you would never even walk with, because we're not cut from the same cloth as far as how we grew up. But football brings all that shit together. And all that outside shit don't matter. Y'all on the same team. Ain't nothing like it, bruh. Ain't nothing like it. Okay, now before I start shedding tears and shit, let's continue on. All right, so now we covered the construction of the roster. And let's go on to Tom covering and talking about already, because you know how usually when teams are constructed, they want the GM in place first, and then they go ahead and they got to go through the search looking for a coach. We're going to talk about the reverse of what happened with AP being named coach first, then them getting a GM, and how it is for Tom coming into a situation where he doesn't even have to go look for a coach. The coach is here. Let's go.
How big of a blessing is that to come in? You're not hoping to find a coach. You got him.
Yeah, quite honestly, when I interviewed for this job, I didn't see it as like it was that the head coach's job was open. I'm like, he's the head coach. AP came in, in short notice and produced on the field. Didn't do anything to not have the job. So he had the job at the end of the year. He was the head coach when I came in and interviewed. That's the way I kind of looked at it. Just the way he galvanized the team, he galvanized the building, he galvanized the fan base. So that is a huge part of it. Because you have to get that right. So to have that in place, obviously, yeah, big part of taking this job is to have a leader like this that we've already seen on the field what he can do. So it's exciting.
See, so it is one less thing you have to go do now. All you got to do now is have AP go ahead and fill out his roster along with Tom if he. You know what I mean? If that's what he's engaged in. But right now, it has already started. We're going to get into that momentarily. Let's continue on through this press conference, breaking it down and just getting tidbits. I said tidbits. I love tits too. But let's get tidbits. Let's go that route. But tits, yeah. The big nipple, oh my God, I'm a breastfed baby, so you already know. But not enough of getting off track. Hey, that's the devil on my shoulder. You stop that shit. You fucking me up. I'm live. Okay, so now let's go ahead and continue on further into the press conference. Let's cover, let's see. Oh, and this is Tom's opinion on AP and what he kind of scouted, because there was he scouted AP back when he was a scout with Indianapolis when AP was out there, and it just amazes me. Just watch this part of the press conference. There's no paper, there's nothing that he's reading off of. He's going clear off of memory of AP, bruh. The boy is on point.
Tom, congratulations. Levi Edwards with the Las Vegas Raiders. Obviously, you've been in the league for a long time. Could you give a little bit of a scouting report on Antonio Pierce as a player, of what you believe, and of those qualifications and those qualities that he has as a player, what do you think will translate or does translate to him as a coach?
You know, that's a great question. If you look at his career, back to high school, where junior college first, then goes Division I linebacker, and then undrafted, and then wins a starting job and has a career he had. Obviously, he's a grinder and he works, because nothing was given to him. Which, yeah, you can hang your head on that as a head coach, because there's a lot of players in your roster. They're the same way. Not everyone on your roster is Devontae Adams. So to have that mentality, that dog mentality that I'm going to outwork people, it's great to have. So now my scouting report on him, I may have to go look. I kind of lost track. I may have to go look that up, but.
We had a couple games. He was with the Colts.
Yeah, that was way back. I think my files are gone from the Colts. But no, he was a player to be reckoned with for a long time because of his instincts, his smarts, and he can run to the football. So as we're looking for defensive players, we can just point to the head coach, hey, look, if you can play like him, you can play for us.
Exactly. If you play like AP, you could play for us. That's the exact what they've been saying, bruh. The team is a mirror image of their coach. So some may call him a rah-rah, but he produced as a player. And to be able to attract players and get players of that same mentality, I know what kind of team we're. That's Max Crosby. That's why if you pay attention, you guys got to look underneath the surface of how this thing is operating. Have y'all ever paid attention to Max Crosby's and AP's relationship? Think about this. Have you paid attention to Max Crosby's and AP's relationship? Okay, let me ask you. When you meet people, I ain't talking about no female type dating type shit, because we only trying to get the ass. But I'm talking about like when you end up developing friendships with other males that you are around. Why is it that you develop friendships with certain individuals? Because they're like you. They're like you. They're not opposites. If I'm out here playing hoop out in the park every week and you indoors playing video games, I'm pretty sure we're not going to hang out. We don't have nothing in common, because you're doing this. I'm an outside physical sports dude, you're an inside esports type dude. Not knocking, I'm just saying it's two different worlds. But when you come across somebody that be like, oh shit, you like that shit too, bruh, hey, you need to fuck with me. You do music. It's just like meeting somebody that does music, either make beats, produce, works the board, whatnot. You find something that you relate to and be like, that's what draw y'all to be having that's what draws you guys close to have a friendship. It's common likes. So I'm looking at AP and Max Crosby like, well, it can't be because Max Crosby is white. It can't be because AP black. That's not the thing bringing them together. And that's another thing. Races come together too, though. You're in the same areas with your people. It's not nothing racist. It's just you guys tend to attend the same things, same functions and whatnot. But so we know it's not that. It ain't like we have something in common because we're the same age. It's not that. Oh, y'all the same type of player. When AP play, he's the same type of player that Max Crosby is. So that's the one common denominator that brought them together. That's why their friendship is so tight. It's not just a head coach and player. It's a friendship as well. Now, it's an older guy and a younger guy, but you know what I mean? If Max has questions, I guarantee you, I bet you AP's one of the first ones he'll go to say, hey, bro, I need to talk to you, man. I'm having this issue. And I guarantee you AP will sit there and listen and come up with a solution or an advice to help him through life. That's why I said AP is more than a coach. Y'all just looking at him as being a coach. Oh, he's just a rah-rah coach. He's not just a coach. He's a mentor. He's somebody you can confide into, and that's going to give you an honest fucking reply about how to handle certain situations outside of football. That's why people like him. That's why Max Crosby was willing to put everything on the table. If fucking AP ain't the head coach, everything's open. And that's what people do when they have love for you. They go to bat for you. It's like catching a case. Now I'm only speaking on shit that I know about, so don't say, "Oh, why you talk about catching cases?" I know about catching cases. Not that I'm a professional, but I'm gonna tell you, when you're in that kind of situation, the people that it shows you the people that really love you, because those are the people that's gonna come and bat for you. Those people that really love you is going to come back for you. And that's exactly what AP is, bruh. He's going to come back for you. You need him, ain't going to be like, oh, I'm busy. Oh, I got to do this. I can't do it right now. When you need me. What time? Plain and simple. That's the and how I understand this shit is because that's the kind of person I am. If somebody needs me, I don't never question it. All right, let me get dressed. I'm on my way. Facts. I got many of people to vouch for that will come to bat for me because why? Of the kind of person I am. And that's exactly what AP is. He's true to his word. He ain't gonna feed you bullshit. He ain't gonna sugarcoat it. Sometimes the truth might be harsh, but they're gonna tell you. And that's what you want. You don't want no yes men. You want men that's going to give it to you straight and uncut. Bruh, you got to pick up this on defense. You got to pick up that on offense. Bruh, you need to do this and do that. He ain't going to try to tiptoe around the fucking facts to make you feel better. He's going to tell you some shit that might fucking piss you off to make you better. That's the difference, bruh. I see this shit. I see it. And only people that can understand each other is gonna see that shit. They like, you know what? That is it. AP is he's that motherfucker. He's not just a coach. So yeah, man, I can see this team being like him. If the team already bought in, it didn't even take them that long to turn the team around. That's another point to be made. It didn't take them a year to turn a team around. How many people, look, I'm going to give you a perfect example. Josh McDaniels and Ziegler. How long did it take for them to turn the team around? They got fired after a year and a half, bro. That means they never turned, a year and a half, they never turned the team around. The team was worse in year 2 than year 1. How long did it take AP? How long did it take AP to turn the team around? The proof is in the pudding. And I ain't talking about with Bill Cosby putting shit in your drink either. I'm talking about real pudding. The proof is in it. You just got to sit back sometimes and shut the fuck up while grown folks is talking and watch. Sometimes you just got to watch. You don't have to say shit. We don't need a comment. We don't need to sit there and have an opinion. Just watch. Sometimes if we just shut the fuck up, sit back and watch life, we will get a lot of fucking information we missed by running our fucking mouths. That's all you got to do is sit back and watch AP, and you're like, you know what? Lunatic is right. Lunatic, hey, it is beyond coaching. He's reaching out. He's touching these players. Pause. Not touching them like that though. He's touching these players personally. It's a personal connection. It ain't a football connection. Now football's part of it, but it's a personal connection. And we're gonna get into that too, though. But let me continue on. All right. So now let's get into what we know. We have an opening at OC. There's been many interviews already conducted for the OC position, as well as here's the latest news that's hit. Cliff Kingsbury will be interviewing for the OC later this week. Facts. What's later this week? Today's Thursday. Maybe Friday, maybe tomorrow, but he's coming to Vegas. Now, does he leave the building without an offer? I don't know. Shout out to Ja Raider. Does Zach get an offer to be an OC? I don't know. You know what I mean? There's options out there. So it's just a wait and see. But let's get into what AP talked about at the press conference yesterday about what type of OC are they looking for to lead this team into next season. Let's go.
From The Athletic. Congrats to both of you guys. Mark mentioned there's work to be done. I'm wondering, what are you guys looking for in an offensive coordinator?
Anything else that we've done throughout this process, I honestly believe this. I don't think everybody's meant to be for the Raiders. I don't think everybody's meant to play for the Raiders or coach for the Raiders. I think that's going to be something I really dig into as we go into that process. But more importantly, somebody that's the way the game is, and AP wants to run the ball. No, AP just wants to run a style of football and run the ball the football style a certain way. But it's the approach. It's being a teacher. It's being somebody that can stand in front of this room and the man that's looking at them like you looking at me, that they believe in the plan and the process and that they're a teacher and that they can adjust on the fly, right? Because that's what this game's about. Style of play, I think that's all it's going to vary. There's a lot of things that goes into that, right? I mean, we know that we have some positions on our roster that we need to look at and evaluate even more with Tom and myself as we go forward. But you know what you see in the National Football League. You got to be able to run a football, play action pass, and what are the Raiders known for? The vertical passing game, right? So we want to see the shots down the field. We want the explosive plays. So that has to be a part of the creativity. You look at the shifts, the motions, all that stuff goes into it. I'm not going to give my whole hat away and tip, but just think of when Raiders are playing really good football, and that's going to be your offensive coordinator, hopefully, as we go forward.
And see, here's another dimension to AP. Now we were just talking about how the team needs to be a mirror image of their coach. That's usually what it is. The players of the coach. But you know what I read in that part of the press conference? It's not just the players that's a mirror of the coach. It's the personnel as well. He's getting personnel that's just like him. How do I know? We're going to talk about the additions we already added into the secondary on defense. And these guys both of them are former NFL players that's just like AP. I swear to God. I swear to God. So we're gonna continue on. Let's finish this off so we can go in and get into the hirings that were made with some of the personnel on the team as well. So and you'll see what I'm talking about. All right. So now the last thing I'm going to get into is we're going to talk about this is Tom at the press conference talking about the offense as well.
The Raiders have an identity on offense. It's speed and get the ball downfield. So I think that's going to definitely want to be at least part of that. But there's more that goes along with that as far as being able to run the ball when you have to run it and play action pass. But we'll find the right head coach or the right offensive coordinator that's going to fit this team at this time.
They're going to find the right offensive coordinator to fit this team. AP told you not everybody is suited for this team. The kind of mentality they're trying to build, that's why I know he's hiring people that's a reflection of him. And let's get into that now. So, for those that don't know, oh shit. I dropped my gun on the floor. Okay. For those that don't know, the Raiders have been making moves already. First up, we're going to talk about Ricky Manning. He is now the DB coach for the Raiders. Former New York Jets assistant DB coach. now with us. Former player, been in the league, also now into the coaching aspect of it, but he is our new defensive back coach. So let's dive into his stats and statistics as well. Man, that beer got me burping like a motherfucker. Did I say that loud on live? Fuck, I'm getting banned. So here we go. This is Ricky Manning. Ricky Manning has been hired as the defensive backs coach. He was formerly a player in the league back in 2003. He played with Carolina Panthers from 2003 to 2005. He was with the Chicago Bears in 2006 to 2007. St. Louis Rams from 2000 in 2008. 2009, he was once with us in Oakland, but he was on the practice squad in 2009 with the Raiders. Then he went to Florida Tuskers, the Virginia Destroyers back in 2009 and 2011 as the what was he? The all season or practice squad. So he was part of that practice squad for them back in that era. Now, when he came over to coaching, he started off at Edison High School in California in 2012. Don't forget, AP got started at Long Beach Poly. Remember, I told you, a mirror image of Antonio Pierce. This is exactly what his roster, not player roster, his coaching roster is going to consist of. It's a mirror image of him. So let's go. Edison High School, California, 2012. He was the head coach. Follow along. Fresno City College, 2013 to 2014. Defensive backs coach and special teams, coaching the position he played. What did Antonio Pierce do at Arizona State? Oh, that's right. Linebackers. Didn't he play that? Exactly. Let's go. Fresno State. 2015, he was a graduate assistant. Seattle Seahawks, 2016 to 2017. To 2017, he was the assistant defensive backs coach. Also with Seattle, 2017 to 2023, he was the defensive assistant. Now with the Raiders, he is the cornerbacks coach. What I tell you about AP and the mirror image, it's not just the players that he wants on his team that's indicative of what he is and a mirror of what he was. He's also getting his coaching staff to be the same way. So these are going to be guys that's going to be very instrumental to the positions on this team to get the best out of them. See, we know AP overall is the coach. He's going to get the best. He's going to be on everybody. So if I'm the kind of coach that some will say does not know X's and O's, which if they do say that, they don't know football, because if you're a middle linebacker, you are the quarterback of the defense who knows the X's and O's to put the right men in position to make plays versus the offense you're facing. Duh. Now, to get back to the subject at hand, now you're getting to the point of being the kind of supervisor, coach, to delegate responsibilities. And this is exactly how a pecking order works. This is how a pecking order works for those who have never been in one. AP is delegating the offensive and defensive responsibilities, as well as the offensive line, defensive line, the secondary with the D-backs, and as well as the safeties. And then you got the offense with the running backs, tight ends, wide receivers. You got different position groups. Now what you need to do is have an extension of you to each and every one of those groups without you having to be. That's how you run a company. The Raiders is a company. It's a job. And this is how you run it. You delegate responsibility. So what do you do? How do you delegate it? How do you want this company to be ran in a fashion that this is what you trying to do? By hiring people that share the same thought process and the ideas and schematics of how to make things work. So you go out there and you get your Ricky Manning and put him in with the D-backs, with Jack Jones and Jacorian Bennett. Let's see the development of Jacorian Bennett under this man. Because he seems like the guy that's going to bring that out in him. He seems like an extension of AP, but just to the D-back position. That's what I see. His resume reads similar to AP. Started off as a he was a player. Yeah, a player in the NFL. First gig, oh yeah, his gig, oh yeah, he was the head coach of a high school. Then got to college. Then started doing his position group that he played, and he knew how to correlate that over to kids to get them to understand and learn the position. The same way that Deion Sanders is bringing Warren Sapp over to Colorado to coach the motherfucking defensive tackles. Duh. You feel me? The same way that you would have, let me see, somebody that a lot of you motherfuckers dick ride. Let's talk about Jim Harbaugh, former quarterback of the NFL. What was the first coaching position he had with the Raiders? Oh, he was a QB coach. So he was going down this. Well, he never was a head coach in high school. He was just a QB coach because he played QB and never won shit. But that's another story. All right. So yeah, this is Ricky Manning. So let's move on with the next hire that the Raiders have made with Gerald Alexander, who is now the safeties coach of the Raiders. Let's dig in to see what kind of player Gerald Alexander is, shall we? Let's see. Let's see. Gerald Alexander. Let's see. Oh, he was a player in the NFL too? Oh, with the Detroit Lions. 2007. Hold on. We're going to break down his statisticals as well. He played with the Detroit Lions in 2007 to 2008. The Jacksonville Jaguars in 2009 to 2010. He was with the Carolina Panthers in 2010. Miami Dolphins in 2011. The New York Jets in 2011. And then from there, he moved the coach. Let's see. Arkansas State, 2013, he was an undergraduate assistant. Okay, he's starting from the ground up. Washington, 2014, graduate assistant. Tennessee Titans, 2015. He was an intern. Now he's working from the ground up in the professional level. Now at Indiana State, back in college, defensive backs is what he was coaching at Indiana State. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 2016. He was an intern. Montana State, 2016. Defensive backs. California, 2017, 2019. Defensive backs. Miami Dolphins 2020 to 2021, defensive backs. Pittsburgh Steelers 2021, 2023, defensive backs. And now with the Las Vegas Raiders, he is now the safeties coach. So here's another former player. Let me see something else real quick, man. I'm going to see something. So he was a second round pick coming out of college, playing with the as the defensive backs, which they throw the safeties in there. So I don't know exactly. See, Gerald Alexander, I'm not familiar, but that was back in the early, not even the mid 2000s yet. Oh no, yeah, mid 2000s into the 2010s. So yeah, he played in the secondary, in the pros, and now he converted over to being a coach. Who else used to be a NFL player and is now a head coach or now a coach? Oh, that's right, AP. AP, bitch. That's what I said, man. He's getting a staff that's a mirror image of him. So they're going to get the best out of each one of those positional players as far as the safeties, the DBs. Now I'm interested with the OC though. Because the OC is going to tell us what type of offense we're going to really run. You feel me? So I'm just curious. I'm just curious on who it's going to be. Now, Cliff Kingsbury will be here. I'll say I don't think it's gonna be Thursday. I think it's tomorrow. I think tomorrow will be the day he comes in interviews. But he's coming. He's coming. So I'm just showing you all the. I'm trying to break it down to you so we can get an idea of what it is exactly that AP wants for this team. And to tell you the truth, bruh, I love it. I love it. If we can get players that has his mentality and coaches that have his mentality as well, oh, we're gonna bring hell to everybody that faces us. Now, a lot of people, well, now I ain't gonna say a lot of people, a lot of cowards, they get scared because of what other teams hire that coach. Rather than look at what we're doing and see how we're gonna be effective to other people that we play against, they're looking at other teams on how they're gonna be effective against us. I don't understand that shit. Give me the microphone. You feel me? Give me the microphone so I can bust like a bubble. Compton and Long Beach together. Now you know you in trouble. You feel me? So I never looked at it. I never worried about another fucking team. Every team I ever played on, I played with thugs, gangbangers, and everything on my football teams. And that was since Pop Warner. We didn't give a fuck about who the other coach was. When I was in 7th grade, you know what we used to do? This is some real shit. Our competition amongst each other, this is gonna be fucked up, but I'm gonna tell y'all. Our competition with each other, not against each other, but with each other, was our mission was every game, put out the other team's quarterback. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's how we got down. Every game, our mission was to put their quarterback out. And we did it damn near most of the time. Oh, we didn't have ambulance come on the field with stretchers and shit. It ain't nothing to laugh at. But when you dealing with a bunch of motherfuckers that don't give a fuck, and when I mean don't give a fuck, we don't give a fuck about your coach. We give a fuck about your quarterback. We don't give a fuck about your team, the parents of your motherfucking players, the fucking fans of the other team. We don't give a fuck. We gonna do what we want to do. Now the question is, can you stop us? See, that's why I trip off of these old motherfucking drugstore cotton soft ass fans out there trembling. Oh, I'm so pissed because Jim Harbaugh is with the Chargers. Fuck them, and fuck you too. You built just like these weak motherfuckers. These other teams that we make fun of, like, oh, they mad because look, we looking at the Niners laughing at them. Oh, Jim Harbaugh went to college. Fuck y'all. You know what I mean? Now y'all motherfuckers, Raider fans is nervous because Jim Harbaugh's with the Chargers. Man, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Where y'all motherfucker was raised at? Nigga, what the where the fuck y'all from? Bumfuck Egypt? You come from somewhere that I don't understand that language. I don't understand fear. What the fuck is fear? What, you fearful of losing? You fearful of going up against somebody that could beat you? Or do you have the confidence in thinking, oh, fuck that shit. I'm about to knock this big, just like, I don't want to put fighting out there, but it's like, see, okay, I'm going to give you an idea. Not an idea, I'm going to give you an example. You know how people say short people have a short man's complex? You know how they say that shit? Let me show you how y'all, this is how twisted motherfuckers' minds are. People that ain't short, this is how they see shit. They think we got a complex because we're short. But no, we have a complex because the bigger people have complexes because they're big. They think that they're big, they can just bully everybody. But then when they run into a motherfucker like me, that's like, I'm not 6 foot, but I guarantee you're not going to bully me. That's why we got a complex to counter your complex. See, you looking through the wrong lenses. So rather than be worried about, we don't have a complex thinking that this team is going to beat us because they got a certain coach. We got the kind of and this I'm talking about the nation. we as the nation have a complex that you should be worried about us. You know what I mean? If you see me fighting a bear, don't help me, help the bear. You feel me? Shout out to E40. But yeah, don't help me, help the motherfucking bear. We don't, this is West Coast. From LA, look, all the main cities on the West Coast that's riding bumper to bumper. Either ride with us or collide with us. From La La Land, from the house to the Bay, from the O, Oakland, California to Las Vegas, Sin City. Come on now. We ain't from no motherfucking bullshit ass town that only has 300 motherfucking people living there. Everything is honky dory, whatever the fuck that means. But I heard it before. I'm gonna use it right now. Come on now. How did you become a fan of the Raiders if you occur? You like the runt of the litter. But even the runts, the small motherfuckers in the litter, they fire as fuck. They fire up on the motherfucker. You ever seen a little pup? Don't give a fuck how big the fucking dog is that he's firing up at. That's Raider Nation. You not a real Raider. You not real Raider Nation. If you worried about what your next door neighbor doing, your next door neighbor need to be worried about what we doing. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Your next door neighbor need to be worried about what the nation is doing, what we got cooking. Fuck your food. Oh, potato salad with motherfucking hot dogs and raisins in that bitch. Yeah, that's how we coming. That's exactly how we coming. So with that being said, man, thank y'all for pulling up this morning. We touched on a lot of shit. We do have 2 new additions, and it's not Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, or Mike, but instead is Gerald Alexander. That's a good one, huh? That's a good one. Hey, don't you steal my jokes. I'm going to sick Cat Williams on your motherfucking ass. But we got Ricky Manning and we got Gerald Alexander, bruh, added to the secondary with the safeties in the corners. Man, salute to y'all. I wish y'all the best of luck, man. AP, you're doing your thing, man. Hey, if you want to come on the show, fuck with your boy, man. Don't you be scared. You know me? Don't be scared of me like some of these motherfuckers are scared of Harbaugh. You feel me? Hey, this is home, bruh. West Coast, South Central, Compton, Long Beach, Inglewood. What? From the gutter with it. B's and C's, it don't fucking matter. I ride with them. You feel me? So with that being said, man, you guys enjoy your Thursday. Tomorrow might not be a show. Like I said, I gotta go get my son. But if I do a show, and especially if some news pop out with Kingsbury interviewing Friday, I will do a show later in the day. Around, I'll say about 4 or 5 o'clock Friday. I might start doing that on a regular instead of, because I do the morning shows on Friday when we're playing teams in the regular season, then it's Fuck Your Team Friday. But I'll start just covering news and everything going on with the nation to keep you guys in the know. You feel me? So stay tuned. Maybe tomorrow around 4 or 5 o'clock-ish. You feel me? I'll do a show and take whatever information comes out tomorrow or today after this period. I'll bring it to you guys tomorrow, man. So pull up tomorrow. Hey, hit that notification bell because that'll let you know when I go live. So I'm not going to set up no show until I know for certain that I'm going to be here because I don't want to give y'all no bullshit. But shout out to the 5-0, and I ain't talking about the police. I'm talking about them nifty 50s. Yes, indeed, man. Please subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button, man. Leave a comment, share the video, hit the notification bell, and then, hey, stay tuned. We coming back, man. We doing this shit raw and uncut. 2024, man. It's the year of the Raider. The year of the Raider. Shout out to everybody in the chat once again, man. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. And like I say, I may go hard in the paint, but just remember, if you're part of the nation, you part of the nation. I'll never do y'all dirty, man. She said, hey, Holly said Cat Williams fired. Hey, for real. You feel me? I'll send Cat Williams on that ass. You feel me? But I hope you guys were entertained. I hope you guys got good information. We will be back. Stay tuned. We're gonna go hard in the paint, man. See, Friday night. I don't know if there will be a a Dirty Lunatic show because I got something going on Friday night, but I might be done by then. So just stay tuned. Like, I hit the notification bell. That's all you got to do. Hit the notification bell. And then when I set up a show, it's going to, and you hit notify me. It's going to say upcoming, notify me. Just stay in the loop, y'all. That's all I ask you to do. So with that being said, man, we're going to go out here on a positive note. Hey, we are one nation, y'all. Let's go. I'm Lunatic Raider. This has been Raiders Sunrise Live with Lunatic Raider, man. I'll see you guys soon. Have a blessed day. Make it back home to your loved ones. And remember, y'all motherfuckers better be worried about us. I'm out this bitch. Ha ha.